Hello guys, Jack from Bone Broke Kings. You will know me as the bass player. But I'm just obviously going to make a little video because something quite exciting's kind of happening. We, a couple of years ago, obviously released our debut album, Ruby Sunset. And, you know, at the time it went out on the streaming platforms. You could get it on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes. We did a couple of runs of CDs at that point as well. But one thing that we always wanted to do was to get the album onto vinyl. And it's very restrictive for a band to get vinyl out there when you need minimum order quantities and things like that. So earlier this year we came across Elastic Stage. Elastic Stage offer a print on demand, and there wasn't many reviews of it and things like that out there, but you know, we've given it a go. You know, it's nice and easy to go through, create your artist page, takes a little bit of work, get your artworks right and things like that. But essentially, when you get the finished item through, the quality is really good, and mind-blowing, to be fair, that you can do this as a print-on-demand service. And it's allowed us to put our back catalogue onto our artist page and allow our fans to go on and order CDs which are now out of print. Those original copies, you know, they're all gone. And as we move forward and we're recording new material and we're focusing on the next album, you know, carrying a couple hundred CDs of an album released in 2022 isn't something that we want to do. But fans may still want to buy a physical copy of that. So being able to have it sat there as a print-on-demand item for CD, great. But the other advantage is that now we've got it as a vinyl for the first time. It's a big milestone for us as a band to have vinyl out there. So yeah, from the 7th of November, Ruby Sunset will be back available on CD, but for the first time on vinyl. Now, I'll come to the vinyl the second time. Let's just talk about the CD. So the CD, we've done some artwork updates and things like that to get it on there, but it's a nice little gatefold, some of the pictures of the band, some of the artwork which we created specifically for the vinyl release, and then updated the CD itself to kind of match that. Again, putting everything on through the artist page and using their artwork wizard, absolutely great to use. You know, just a little bit of time and work with it, and you'll work it out and it'll look great. And it is just a case of taking your time actually producing it. The sound quality is fantastic. It's exactly as you'd imagine. You know, the CD plays great. All the metadata in there and things like that mean that it's titled up nicely. So, you know, I test played this in my car. It's all there on the screen, so it'll have Blow 'Em Out, Bone Broke Kings, album Ruby Sunset. Yeah, I mean, this is brilliant. You know, the cover work, the feeling of it is premium. The actual print and things like that on the inside, and yeah, super impressed. And do you know what, for an album that, you know, we released in 2022 to be available for people who want it, but for us as a band not to have that restriction of having to carry hundreds of copies of it just in case, is absolutely fantastic. Elastic Stage for their CDs, huge win. But the really good stuff, the stuff that we were all excited about, there's a little bit of a personal pride, I suppose, as an artist and as a band to release. It feels real when you release your music on vinyl, is the best way that I could probably put it. And I think for all of us in the band, you know, it's an exciting thing to have it out on vinyl. It feels like your album's finally complete because it's been available on this medium. So this is Ruby Sunset on a 12-inch vinyl. Now, we did make some changes to the running order and the number of tracks on there because of the restrictions of each side of vinyl. And we're going to be releasing two different versions of this. So there's a standard version where it is essentially the cover and the back. And then when you open it up, you get the sleeve, some pictures of the band on the back of the sleeve, and then you get the actual vinyl itself. This plays absolutely great. The weight of the disc is good, the cutting is great, the sound quality is great. We always wanted to do vinyl, so when we had the album originally mastered, we did have vinyl masters done. Mastering specifically for vinyl allows, you know, the sound to come through in the right way, apparently. But what I can tell you is that we use those masters. This sounds fantastic. I have heard other reviews and things like that where people have just used their normal CD mastering and things like that and have had great results as well. So I don't think it's going to cause any issues, but it sounds mint. It really does. I'm really, really happy with that. Now, one of the other things that we've been able to do, there's a special edition version, an elastic stage off of this. You can do it on the CDs as well, where you've got a booklet. There's a limited edition option on there, so we've limited this to just 50 copies of the vinyl, which will come with this booklet. In this booklet, obviously you've got the artwork on the front. As it comes through, you then got pictures of the band, and then you've got side A's lyrics. Into the middle, you've got some of the artwork we did years and years and years ago for Blow 'em Out. And then also some posters from a few gigs that we did around the time that we were actually recording the album. Some more of the single releases that we did. So White Queen and Emily Rose, they will release the singles before the Ruby Sunset album came out. They're on the album. Side B's lyrics and a few more pictures from the time, the studio when we were doing it. A little bit of a thank you in from, well, I mentioned for both Martin and Steve Beast. And then you've got the credits on there as well. You know, the members of the band who designed the album cover, the logo designs, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I mean, overall, I have got to say, hugely impressed. The quality from Elastic Stage is brilliant. The fact that the back catalogue gets to go up is absolutely fantastic for us as a band. It's a huge pride moment, I suppose. Yeah, and we're going to launch it the 7th of November 2025, so that people can go on and start doing it. But hopefully, you know, you watch this, it's a little bit of a review. We've done it. It was really easy to do. The product does exist and it is of very high quality. And yeah, it'll allow bands like us to actually have physical media out there. Yeah, I'll pop a link in the description if you fancy supporting us by buying a copy of the album after the 7th of November. Or if you've just watched this as a little bit of a way to, oh, there's a band who's actually done it, then Bone Broke Kings have. Have a listen, let us know what you think. Hopefully pop down in the comments if you have bought a copy. It'd be great to hear from you. And yeah, other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching.